Hi, this is MrByZ, and today I'm going to actually take a look at something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and that's the Mafex Rogue One Darth Vader. I bought this way back in like November, but I was in the middle of moving, it got set aside, and then I wanted to find my old Return of the Jedi one, get that unpacked, blah blah blah. Finally, it's all here, so I can go ahead and take a look at this and finally put it in my collection. So finally getting a chance to open this. This is the Rogue One version of Darth Vader, 6-inch scale from Mafex, also from Metacom. Previously, I have shown, and just talking about 6-inch figures from Japan, I've shown the original Mafex one, which is kind of episode 6, Return of the Jedi. Yes, it's got the Anakin reveal. So finally, I'm going to open this up. We'll go check it out. The original one was probably my favorite 6-inch Vader I've seen. So I was curious to get the Rogue One and see what differences it had. Right away, I do see one problem. Rogue One Vader, as well as A New Hope Vader, had the robe going over the chest plate. Shoulder armor, sorry, which is not happening here, but I've seen a number of Rogue One items that mix that up back and forth, so who knows, maybe at one point they had that and then fixed it later on. Interesting, it actually comes with the fists like this, so you can have this idea with his arms crossed. Not that we saw him do that in Rogue One, but you do have that. One of the other things I love about Mafex also is you get a display stand. Wouldn't it be great if all your 6-inch figures came with that? So we've got all sorts of hands in here. I think I know what I want to use for this, but you can see we've got many different hands. As with anything Japanese, it seems you always get lots of different hands on these. So let's look at the figure itself. It's a great sculpt. Get him in the light a little bit better. There we go. Great sculpt on the helmet. Good coloring and everything. Cloth cape. And then plastic underrobe. Or robe, if you will, I guess. And you can put his lightsaber there. It does come with a lightsaber hilt, as well as a lit lightsaber. Now, I think for my display purposes, I want to do this with kind of the end of the movie where he's taking out the rebels. But first, let's see how this compares to the original. So, on this side, we have the Return of the Jedi, the first one that came out, and here we have the Rogue One version. The bodies look almost exactly the same. Oh, not quite, actually. The chest panel here is actually bigger than the chest panel over here. It has different details. Yeah, the belt is different. The cod piece is different. Actually, yeah, I didn't realize there were so many differences there. I know there's differences in the suits, but I'm seeing lots of different things. They even did yeah, like on the gloves with the seams going this way, whereas the gloves for A New Hope and Rogue One, they go this way. So they did get that difference in there. That's nice to see. So it looks like maybe some pieces are reused, or not much. Maybe the robe and the cape is about it, really. And even the cape, you know, you've got the chain, which is actually more molded onto the figure. The head, the helmet looks a little bit bigger on the new one, as opposed to the old one. Now, of course, the old one you can take all the pieces off and put the Anakin head on there. I gotta say, Mafex has gotta be my favorite Japanese 6-inch. I know a lot of people get the SH figure hearts and love those. Well, okay, the Bandai model kits are my favorites, but this is, you know, if I'm not doing a model kit. I bought, you know, these two in the Phasma, and they're easily my favorite 6-inch figures that I've bought outside of the model kits. So, and these are, actually, this Vader, I believe, is better than the model kit as well. So, I love these figures. I should probably buy more of them, although I shouldn't. It costs too much. But, you know, if somebody were to ask me to recommend a 6-inch figure from Japan, I'd probably go with the Mafex. Now, they don't do as many Mafex as they have with the SH figure arts, but still, as you can see, the details on these are fantastic. In fact, so just one last look at both of these kind of posed, trying to get this kind of that Return of the Jedi pointing classic pose. I'll have to play around with it a little bit more. Captured a little bit more of this in action. Again, I'll play with it more to get it right. The nice thing about it is both these cloth capes have wires in them too, so you can bend them however you want, make them more flowing if you'd like, whatever, to get that right. So that's kind of nice to see. Don't know how well this is showing up with all black, but trying to get it focused better. But as you can see, these are great figures. You know, they cost probably twice the price or more than a Black Series, but I think the quality is definitely worth it. Not long before, we were talking a lot about 6-inch here in the United States. There was stuff, of course, coming out in Japan. This being one of them. This is the Real Action Doll Collection Darth Vader. It's from Tomy Direct. It was put out in 2007. I remember I picked this up through the Insider. It was about $100 at the time. And it was named as a die-cast action figure. Well, as you can see, the body is fully die-cast. However, the suit and everything else is all other cloth-type materials. I'm going to go ahead and open this up and put it back. As you can see, you just have the metal body, and this is really heavy-duty. This is about the weight of, like, your Disney Elite figures, and it doesn't even have anything on it yet. You have your bodysuit, your cape, your robe, the helmet, which, of course, with Vader is always the big thing, is how good the helmet looks. It's not quite as good as what I showed in the Mafex, but it's still very good. Then we have all these different pieces to put on. It even comes with little stickers and little pieces of padding to help bulk him up a little bit. I'm assuming at the time this was made that this was done where this basic body, you can make all sorts of figures out of it. So I'm going to start putting this together and show you. So here's an update. I've put the bodysuit on, the chest armor, the robe, and then the cod piece. Nice thing about the chest armor, the chest box, and the cod pieces, you can actually tighten them up when you put them on to keep them on really well. I'm going to continue on. Nice notable thing is, you know, there's nothing like sticking out of the hands and feet here. You actually have pegs that you use to put in there to attach the arms and the legs, so the feet and the hands onto there. So it's a little different in that way too. So here's an update here. I've added the hands, which the gloves actually have one extra piece that go on there, and then the hand itself that attaches. And same with the boots. You have the shin guards that attach, and then the feet themselves. So I just have the shoulder armor to put on, which doesn't stay on the best, and you know, it's hard to try and keep that chain in there. Then the cape and the helmet, I'll give him his lightsaber. Here he is, fully assembled. It's a very nice figure. It looks good. Like I said, I wish the helmet was just a little bit better, but it's still a nice helmet. It's better than that first Black Series one, that's for sure. Good details on it. It's a very solidly built figure. And it is, I want to say, about 9 inches tall, in fact. If you look at it compared to the Mafex here, you can see that it's several inches taller. It's a much bigger figure. Very hefty, as I said before. And it's a great figure. It's not something you see around too often. One of those I'm kind of glad I picked up back in 07, just because I was like, die-cast figure, I want that. And, you know, back when we really didn't get much in the way of die-cast figures. So, just kind of an extra little fun review to throw in there with the Mafex. I hope you enjoyed. So that is a look at the Rogue One Mafex Darth Vader. This may be my favorite 6-inch figure. You know, I like the Mafex, the original one, over the SH Figure Arts. And this new one, I think I like even more. I think the helmet's a little bit better because you don't have to worry about interchanging with the Anakin head and all of that sort of stuff. I'm pretty impressed with this. I guess it might be my favorite 6-inch Darth Vader now. We shall see. Who knows? Something else might come out. I do love the Hasbro Black Series A New Hope Darth Vader as well, but I still think this is better. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm constantly getting reviews up. I am working a lot on doing the large vehicles, as I just dropped the Naboo Royal Starship last night. Get at least one more this week, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, if you have any comments or questions, please post those below, and I hope that you'll join me next time. Thanks so much for watching.